Hello, 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 and welcome to episode number 82 of Minnows to Kings. Back here in San Marino with SS Cosmos, where today we are going to be kicking off our Season 11 campaign. And we're going to be going through transfers, coefficients, stuff like that. We're also going to go through the fixtures that we've had in European qualifying. But we're going to start with the club screen. The reputation has increased. We've gone up half a star, which is absolutely awesome. That's absolutely fantastic. So that is going to allow us to attract a better quality of player. And on that note, transfer-wise, we have actually brought in quite a few players. We've also had a few leave. Javier Andrio has left at the end of his contract. Luca, we sold on. A couple of loans gone out of the youth players. Lovgren, we decided to sell back to Sweden for £175,000. Again, it's a loss, but that's due to the league rep. We're always going to make a loss on players for a little while. And Alex Savelli has also left for £47,500. In terms of the ins, we'll start in date order. We'll do it this way. We'll go from the top. The first player in through the door was Jem Prout from Man United for £850,000. 24-year-old Englishman. He is a centre midfield. He is an advanced playmaker. You can see here looking at his polygon. He is very, very good. He has also got some good attributes for that advanced playmaker on attack. He is a marked improvement on what we've got. This is supposed to be his pros and cons. No real pros to note other than very technical. Could improve, determined as well. He's got 15 determination, but he hasn't got any cons that we don't like, which is good. He's on a lot of money though. He's on £13,000 a week. The next player in through the door was Anthony Mante. He is a right wing back. If we have a look at his attributes for right wing back on attack, his dribbling lets him down a little bit, as does his flair and his concentration, also his marking. But he's resolute. He is a 25-year-old Ghanaian. As I said, marking does let him down a little bit. But if we compare him to Chappelle, who was the starting right back, you can see he's okay in certain areas. Chappelle's much better defender and better going forward, but Mante has got the better technicals and mentals and physicals attribute wise. They're not too dissimilar attribute wise, but Chappelle has got that, doesn't like big matches. He's also 31-year-old now. He's unhappy as well because we're trying to move him on, to be honest. Daniel Aliman or Elman was another one in. He is in the under-20s. He is a Spanish striker. He is a very good youth prospect as a striker. He's 20 years old though, so he's not going to get the point to where he counts towards homegrown status, but he was sort of brought in as a backup on a free transfer really, and we have sent him back out on loan to Badalona in Spain to get some experience. Next in was Jonathan Avenatti. For 1.2 million, cost us a lot of money. He is a Uruguayan goalkeeper, 20-year-old. He is not quite as good attribute-wise as Ralph Agbula. He's quicker and he's got better communication, but in terms of shot stopping and distribution, not quite as good. Also, he was a little bit of a panic buy because there was loads and loads of bids coming in for Ralph, so he is unambitious. But he is going to be our first choice goalkeeper going forward. We are possibly looking to move Ralph on with the bids that are coming in for him. Next one in was Roman Hamel from St. Pauli in Germany. 1.4 million is another goalkeeper, another one with some good attributes, a driven personality as well, 19 determination. He is going to be the backup goalkeeper for us. Again, it was another panic buy in terms of goalkeepers. I was so close to losing Ralph, and then Ralph's actually stayed in the end. Next one in, Kagri Unsal, 18-year-old Turk as a centre-half. He's in the under-20s. He's got room to improve, which is good. It doesn't look the greatest at the minute. I do believe I signed him slightly too late for him to get the homegrown at club status. But again, he cost us nothing, so potential to move him on for a profit there. Potential for him to develop as well. Christofos Pyrovlos, again, another young centre-half, 19-year-old in the under-20 squad. Again, has got room to improve. another one who could be sold on for a little bit of a profit again because he came in on a free transfer. Charlie Moon from Brighton on a free transfer. He is a ball-winning midfielder for us. You can see he's got some very, very good attributes as a ball-winning midfielder. Again, he's got room to improve as well. He's fairly professional. He's got decent determination. He's got some crazy, crazy physicals for the level that we're playing at. But again, he was a free transfer from Brighton. So potential for some profit to be made from him there. But he is going to be starting as our ball-winning midfielder this season. Jeremias Alfonso is a new centre mid as well. We actually splashed the cash on this one. £5.5 million from Boca Juniors. He is now our record transfer. But again, he is very good. A very, very good centre midfielder. He is our centre mid on attack. Got, again, some good attributes for that. He's also very brave, which is good. He's got decent work rate, decent vision, fairly determined as well. So another good player. He's got lots of room to improve, and he's got some decent value on him. Theo Ailton is on loan from Manchester United. Again, another centre mid, although the loan agreement does stipulate that he has to play as an attacking midfielder, but I can sort that out. He's another Brazilian, though. We have got a heavy South American theme going on at San Marino at the minute. But again, he is another good player for us. He can also play as that centre mid on attack. He's got some good attributes for that position. Again, he's very, very good. He is here on loan. I don't believe that we're paying any of his wages either. We're just paying 40k a month for his services. It's a total loan cost of £450,000. And then the last one in was Hernando, a left wing back, again in the reserves, but again potential to improve. 18 years old. Again, didn't sign him quite early enough. I really need to start focusing on homegrown players, getting players in at the age of 17, because we're starting to struggle with homegrown players again. Now the reputation of the club has improved, though. Hopefully we can start attracting some better prospects, get some wonder kids through the door, hopefully. But again, fairly determined personality, room to improve. £170,000. So again, he's got potential for a profit if needed. Did I bring in any in the last season? No, I don't think I did. I didn't know. The last player in through the door was the ones that we went through at the end of last season. So that's the ins and the outs. In terms of outs, Elinaldo, we did sell back to Brazil for £350,000. So we actually made a little bit of a profit on him. But he just wasn't going to get the game time. That's it. That's it in terms of ins and outs. San Marino League did improve in reputation again. It has gone up from 96th to 86th, so that's going to help again. The league rep, we're now around about the Albanian Super League and the Faroese Premier League, so we do still have a lot of improvement to be made there. Coefficients wise, though, the club itself did actually fall back a little bit. We were 40 something, we're now 51st. Because we've had these 2 sevens in a row, so we have actually fallen back a little bit. There's also potential to fall back again a little bit, again, depending on how this season in Europe goes. What that does for qualification places in terms of San Marino, we've dropped back a little bit, I think, to 26th, but qualification places, they're not going to change until we start getting into sort of 17th, around about the Czech Republic and Denmark. San Marino itself, as a nation, has done, it's done quite well the 10 years that we've been in charge. We started off at 209th in the world, or 208th. They're now up to 195th. So they have made some improvement. Key players, our 2 boys there are the top 2 key players. They've also had some decent results along the way. A 4-0 win over Malta, 1-0 win over Estonia, 3-2 over Slovakia. So they're improving. They are improving. We've had a lot of draws there with Gibraltar and the Faroe Islands. Another win over Gibraltar. Liechtenstein we beat twice a few years ago. So the national team itself is improving as well, which is very, very good. Liechtenstein seem to be the whipping boys of San Marino, but that is going to be helped by us growing the club and the other clubs potentially in San Marino. That's going to be helped by by us basically is the San Marino. In the background there's a youth rating. It's one of those hidden attributes, and that can improve over time. So hopefully we can improve the overall youth rating of San Marino, get some decent players in through the door. This is our youth intake for this season. It looks like it's going to be a poor intake, with our best ranked being a D, which, considering that we've got good youth facilities, we've got exceptional youth recruitment and excellent academy coaching, that doesn't seem like it's going to be a good intake. Last season's intake, we did have a couple of okay-ish players come through with 3.5 or 2.5 star potential, with the potential to grow. In terms of San Marino League, he is operating at San Marino League level, and this is our 15-year-old centre midfielder. He could potentially be part of a title challenging team in San Marino, minus obviously our team. We did get a couple of others in as well, these 15-year-olds. So potential for them to develop. Financially, we're at £23 million in the bank. We are overspending on the wage budget slightly. We have used a lot of our transfer budget as well. But in terms of the European qualifying, it's gone okay. We had a couple of friendlies to start the season just to get a bit of match fitness. We took on Crusaders of Northern Ireland in the first game. It was a poor showing, really, in the first game, only picking up the 1-0 win, which was disappointing. We'll just wait for this to load. In terms of match stats, it was quite an even game, to be fair. The XG story doesn't really tell the full story. Crusaders were in the game. They were in the game, and like I say, it was only a 1-0 win. It was John Avia bagging the goal, who, by the way, John Avia he's been awesome for us so far this season, and I'm quite pleased to have him. He just needs to work on that consistency a little bit. I'll wait for this to generate again, because I've clicked back into it. The second leg against Crusaders, though, at the Cosmos Stadium, was a much better performance. It was 9-0. It was 8-0 at half time, and we nearly sold out the capacity of the stadium. Camilo Martinez bagged himself 5 goals in this game. Another one who I'm very pleased to have at the club. He is consistent. He's got okay determination. He's got 2 okay feet, but he's very good as a deep line forward for us. He's got some good attributes for that position. Next was Riga at home. Again, 4,500 players. People came to see us. Carlo Martinez bagged himself another hat-trick. He's on 10 goals and 6 assists in European qualification. But it was 4-0 at home, and then we went to Riga and we won 4-1. The goals spread out this time among the team. Next game was Sparta Prague, and we sold the stadium out for the Sparta Prague game for a very comfortable 6-0 win at home. John Avia bagging 2. Revolta is still here, although he has had clubs interested in him, as has Gines Romero. He is still wanted, and as a result of me annoying him, he is leaving the club on a free transfer at the end of the season, unless I can get him to change his mind, because he is a decent player. So it was 6-0 at home to Sparta Prague. We then went to Prague and picked up a 3-2 win, conceded a couple of goals here. Heldasar picked up an injury, but Avia and Revolta getting on the score sheet. We then had Rosenborg in the playoff, and we had a 2-0 win at our place at the San Marino Stadium. Obviously, we've reached that point where the rules stipulate that we have to be in this stadium. But 2-1 win. Camilo Martinez got himself 2 goals and then got himself sent off. So we picked that up, and then we went to Norway and we scraped a 1-1 draw. John Avia getting the goal, but Charlie Moon did also get himself sent off. So that brings us on to today, and it's the Champions League draw. We've been seeded 4th. As I said, we have gone slightly backwards in the coefficients in terms of the club. So we were just trying to break into the 3rd seeds, but you can see that we have dropped off a bit. So we're going to put it on automatic and see where we come out. Hopefully we get a little bit of an easier group this season, so we can at least minimum take 3rd in the group, so we can drop down into the Europa League to keep the coefficients ticking over, to keep the league rep ticking over, to keep the club rep ticking over as well. But there are some very good teams in this Champions League. So it is going to be quite difficult. At the minute, Group B looks kind of favourable. I know we've taken on Monaco before and we've lost, but PSV and Monaco are potentially winnable games. The rest of them look very, very difficult. Salzburg, I think we could beat Salzburg as well, you know. I think we could beat Salzburg. I'm sure we've played Salzburg before. I can't remember how it went. But at the minute, I'm favouring Group B here. So let's find out where we come out. We've missed Group A. That's good. Unfortunately, we've missed Group B. So we're going to have another difficult group, by the looks of it. Where are we going to? We have got Benfica, Chelsea, and Roma. Benfica, Chelsea, and Roma. Wow, Roma. Jose Mourinho is still the manager of Roma, as he is in real life. They've got Tammy Abraham still there. Good player, 33-year-old now, Tammy Abraham. I really wish I hadn't got attribute masking on so we could see some of these players. Chelsea, we've taken on Chelsea before. Gabriele Milano, I can't say I've heard of him. Erling Haaland, of course, the key player. We all know how good Haaland is. And then finally, it is Benfica, who we have beaten before. They're currently without a manager as well. So we are going back to the Estadio del Luz for a third time. Their key player is a left back. Benfica's the winnable one for us, I think. We'll click forward, get the game scheduled. And a tough group. It's always a tough group. For us. Schedule-wise, we are taking on Chelsea at Stamford Bridge first. Then Benfica. Then it's a Roma double-header. Then Benfica again. And then we finish with Chelsea coming to our place. And we could be looking for a result in this in this game. Chelsea at our place. Wow. That's pretty much the run through of the off season, guys. Potential wise, you can see obviously we've kept Bono and Bosisio here. These are going to be our starting centre backs for the season. Bono actually picked up quite a hefty injury in pre-season, lifting weights. Apparently he was out for 2 months with a slipped disc. But Bono and Bosisio are going to be our two starting centre backs. Theo Ailton is also going to be in there, the three loan players. I've still got room to get another player in on loan. I think the transfer window is still open, but we have actually got quite a large squad as it is. We're at 29 people. Of course, we can only register 25. But new signings with good potential is Alfonso and Avenatti as well. I need to try and get rid of this personality, unambitious. I need to see if I can change that, because he could be a good goalkeeper for us going forward. Jem Prout, I'm pleased to capture Jem Prout. He's got some good attributes. He's also got championship experience. He's done quite well in the championship. He's got Scottish Premiership experience as well with Rangers. So there's also potential European experience in there. But that's the squad, guys. That is the squad, and that is season 11 underway. I'm pleased that this has changed. That's got the potential for us to do some good things. I do still need to change the kits for this season. I haven't got round to doing it yet. I might do that before the Chelsea game, or I might just leave it at this kit for this season and just get this season out the way. But yeah, guys, that's the start of season 11. We're going to do the first two games of the Champions League in the next episode. If I do them this episode, it's just going to be a ridiculously long episode. We're already at 19-20 minutes now. But as always, guys, let me know what you think of the signings we've made, of the state of the club, how the save's going, if you think we're doing a good job, But thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been Dean, and I'll see you all for the next episode.